Hey, my Leo friends, welcome. Welcome aboard. If you are brand new, welcome back. If you're not, and welcome home if that sits perfectly for you. Let's talk about what's coming in for you for September of 2024. If you happen to be a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, right? Any of those, or if you happen to have contact with someone, know or love them with strong Leo placements in their chart, right? That kind of cross-watching that gathers information for you is always a beautiful thing. The more information we have, the better off we are. All right, stillness. You start off with stillness. Another thing that I would like to remind you of is simply this. Please allow your intuition to run the intake of your information. If a thing is relevant or resonant for you, then absolutely pick that up and run with it if it works for you. If it doesn't, please leave it here, right? Every message cannot be for you, and that's okay. You have a moon, a rising, and a Venus sign you can check in with. And if none of those messages feel like your message and you need one, grab a pick a card reading. There are plenty of them here. Or all over the internet. Y'all, okay, this is exciting. I will say that for you, Leo, you have a generally unbothered month this month. You don't have a lot of major aspects that hit you this time. So you get a little bit of reprieve in terms of doing your own work, right? Which is kind of nice. So you start with stillness and Venus in Aries, right? Pretty nice for a couple of, for a few weeks, right? For some Leo energy. So this stillness is an Aquarius card. It asks you to really witness what and who you are, right? And remember that we're witnessing this as a reflection here, which is a beautiful example of the Leo Aquarius axis, right? Not only are you as your self-actuated self super important, but the way that you put that energy into the world absolutely is too. And so Venus in Aries follows that, right? So the way that you are creating your environment, right? The way that you're pulling in your energy is pretty important to you in September. As we talk, there's not a lot of big aspects, which creates kind of a wide open canvas for you to really create your own energy, for you to make the month what it is that you want. So don't be afraid to do some deep diving, right? The stillness doesn't mean stagnation. And if you have this energy of lust, right, this is really about the way that you're going to create or conjure or call things in, the way that you're going to invite the world into your experience. And that's, I mean, kind of a great thing. You have You're So Very Special. I still don't have the answers. And I am coming. Trust. Now pay attention, because you have 2s and 1s here. So if 2 or 1 or 21 is important to you, because we see that twice, or even the number 3, take a hold of that, right? See that for whatever it is. I kind of like this. You might have a little period of suspended animation, which is nice, right? Yeah, look at that. So you have strength, the 4 of Cups, which kind of, this kind of echoes that energy that says, let's just pull back, right? Let's just watch and see what's happening. This could be a you-centric experience, which is nice, right? This could be an invitation for you to go inside and work on yourself and the way that you are self-creating, which is beautiful, right? You could transition from some old beliefs, yeah, by simply changing your perspective. I like it. I like it. priorities. Your priorities are up for grabs, right? And perhaps the thing is that as you shift and change your perspective, what you learn is that that you maybe never had all the answers to begin with, right? Changing your perspective creates simply a new way to look at a thing, right? It gives you a reflection. Perhaps in the shifting and turning things over in your mind, you learn something new that you didn't know before. And it might be that time spent in that self-reflection, in that really evaluating your priorities, what feels like navel gazing, what feels like a waste of time, offers you fuel for judgment and let's say it this way, fuel for judgment to become discernment, right? Fuel so that you can take that outside energy that may be, oh, you, and say, wait a minute, I'm going to take your experience and offer it to myself so that I can create something brand new, right? I'm going to shift my own priorities. I'm going to carry what's important to me, and I'm going to make sure that it is emotionally satisfying for me, right? Trusting that process is important. It might feel like navel gazing. It might feel like you're wasting your time, right? It might look to others like you're not doing anything. Well, guess what? Stillness is not stagnation. Those are two completely different things. And learning the difference is very important, very important. Figuring out what you want is very important. Checking your own priorities inwardly is very important, and allowing your mind to transition to what is next is also just as important. What are you going to carry? What are you going to carry with you out of this period of stillness and stagnation? Amazing heart-based insight, right? Whatever it is that you're being asked to learn, it's going to really add to your own emotional capacity, your own emotional healing, right? It might be the way that you change lust into reverence, lust into love, right? Shifting indifference into engagement is also really important in terms of the way that you're going to move through. And you are going to move through it in terms of your own ideas this month, my Leo friends. Don't get caught up in calling what's happening with a label. Just allow yourself to be in the moment, in the assessment, in the ruminations. If you're in the ruminations, you will find your answers, right? Just dig, keep digging. And when you get to a level, tear it apart too. Go deeper, tear that apart. Go deeper, tear that apart. Keep going, because at the end of this month, you will have a brand new perspective that is in alignment with your priorities and where you want to go, right? Trust it, right? Don't be afraid of it. All right, my Leo friends, I would like you to have a great month. Hit like, hit subscribe, come back and see me, and be blessed.